Hello, I've seen that I've got a bunch of new subscribers on my Bryan Ropar's Plastic Chair World YouTube page, and I want to welcome all of you to the Plastic Chair page. This page is as real as it gets. I do have autism, and plastic chairs are my autism special area of interest. I've been collecting plastic chairs for about 15 years. I do have several other types of chairs here and random things that I also collected. Right now I have about 400 and some chairs on here. I did get rid of a bunch. I've probably owned about 600 to 800 plastic chairs in my life. The first time I saw a plastic chair, I thought they were the most beautiful things ever created, and I just had to have them ever since then. I've been into these chairs all my life. The first design for plastic chairs appeared around 1942. And then I think it was 1974, they came up with the design for the first plastic chair that really got this industry going. And then in 1984, Groflex brought plastic chairs to the US. And then several companies were formed in the US. A lot of them ended up going out of business. And right now there's only one major manufacturer of plastic chairs in the US, Adams Manufacturing. Yeah, Groflex no longer makes the original model that they used to. I don't know why, because they were great chairs. Yeah, so this is more than a hobby, this is my life. Anyway, I have a background in electricity and I come from a very large engineering family. Almost everyone in my family is one type of engineer or another. So we got our electrical training room. We got a bunch of high voltage equipment, including a 55-gallon line jar capacitor. This right here is a couple million-volt generator. It's made out of solo cups and some wire and foil. We have an exercise bike, we have some carts and some scooters and some things to ride around the room. We have our science demo swing to hang from the ceiling. We have our mock utility pole right here. And over here we have a giant model train that weighs almost 1,000 pounds. We have this locomotive that's going to run on this drill and these batteries. It's also going to be hand powered. We got our hand-powered and air-powered locomotive here. We got our hopper car carrying buckets of sand. It weighs about 400 pounds. Right here we got our lumbar train tie carrying car. Right there we got some extra track. We got some extra ties, air compressor. We got a windmill. We got a giant telegraph pole. Right there's a model cooling tower from like a power plant, another air tank, some wheels. Right here is my bicycle air raid siren that I'm working on. The wheel is going to be the siren itself. And right here we have our whip cracking catapult. This is why I'm making... Yeah, I don't want to do that again. Right there's my bicycle that I ride around on trash day. Back there's my BB and pellet gun range. I also got a bow and arrow range right there. We have our signature Bryan Ropar climbing wall with just a single line of handhold space just far enough apart to reach them. This little model I have right here is a model of a climbing tower I want to build in my backyard out of 3 30-foot long poles. Bury them about 5 feet in the ground, put some planking on the front, put a deck on top, and you can rappel and build a climbing wall all you want. We can even build this all the way up. Make it as tough as can be. We're not into video games or anything around here, but what we like to do is this. This is our giant inch. We place the fractions of the inch up to 64ths of an inch on there as fast as possible. Right here we have some of the bottle guns I built. These are based off of the rocket launcher. Down here we have some airplane guns / launchers. I tell you, if you pay me enough, I'll send one of these airplanes off of this planet. Got our bicycle pump. Right there's our ping pong ball cannon. You should hear my fire alarm. It's really loud. Right there I have my 25,000 volt bicycle generator. Lawnmower starter coil mounted on the frame and magnets on the wheel passing by it. Some of the things down here that Bryan does to keep busy. Right there you got your dartboard. We got some darts. Right there we got our BB and pellet guns. Some extra BBs. We have our Daisy rocket shot target. We have some throwing knives, a throwing tomahawk. I wanted to say hatchet, but that's a tomahawk. We have my bow and arrow. We have a slingshot with 1/2-inch slingshot ammo, 1/4-inch and 3/8-inch slingshot ammo. We have some Daisy shatterblast just to break. Up here we got our putters. We got our 60-degree wedges for the backyard. We got 2 baseballs, a baseball bat, 3 golf balls, or should I say 3 regular golf balls, and 3 plastic golf balls, and 3 tennis balls. We usually just put some golf balls into some dust pans. Right there we have our supersized guitar pickups. We got some microwave magnetron magnets going through the whole thing. Right there we got our piezo disc. We got a transformer pickup. We got a microwave oven transformer pickup, and they all go up to my desk in stereo. Up there you can see my 50-foot Connects tower. Up here we have our 50-foot long violin that goes all the way to the under end of the house. You got a lawnmower starter coil with a magnet stuck on it. You got a steel nail pounded into the bridge that vibrates and produces the sound, and the cable comes down and goes to the stereo, which shakes the whole house. We also have our ground wire and 600-foot loop antenna that goes around the basement with multiple taps. It just goes up to my desk in the radio room. Yeah, this is our radio room. We got our Smith System circus line chair. This is where the ECR for Kids plastic stack chair gets kept. We got a 15,000 volt neon sign transformer, microwave oven transformer, custom lawn transformer. This is my charger for my giant capacitor bank, rated 450 volts DC, 240,000 microfarad. Back there I got one of my amplifiers that I built. That's a little Adirondack chair that I built out of yardsticks. Right here we have our plastic chairs that get the special treatment. These are my most favorite. You got the Capai's low back, you got the Malaga lawnmower fan back, Syrico Deluxe fan back, Rubbermaid Marvelous low back chair, another Rubbermaid chair. You got the Growflex Sun, and you got the Cafe Vienna. Yeah, we got our insulators up there. We got some pictures on the wall. That's a train craft. Hand crank generator right there. Dry erase board with some useful information on it right there. Yeah, Brian likes to build red lights and things out of electronic parts. I also made this pad mounted 15,000 watt transformer. There's the warning stickers. Right there's my mini Tesla coil. Right here is one of my energy experiments. 100,000 microfarad 10 volt DC capacitor. We've been using it with these RF to DC converters, basically turning radio signals into electricity. Yeah, you'll find door stops like this insulator here all over the house. Then you got Brian's room. You got this capacitor flag hanging on the wall that generates electricity. You got a dartboard, an AM and an FM antenna there going to an HD radio. Here you got this loop antenna that goes around the room 10 times. You got 10 foot by 10 foot, so there's 400 feet of wire in there. There's a capacitor up there to isolate it from ground. Right there is our RF to DC converter. Comes down, goes to ground. And right here we have charging one of my 100,000 microfarad 10 volt capacitors. Yeah, this is our musical museum here. We got our 10,000 volt Jacob's ladder. We got a BB gun right there. Yeah, we like to sit at the desk and try to shoot that star out. Telephone network interface, a 100-year-old power line fuse. We got a gas meter. We got some very thick wire there. Water meter. We got my practice butterfly knife. Electric fence wire strainer. There's my slingshot for outside. You got the pellet gun there for that target that's on my desk. That's always fun. We got the darts for the dartboard. We got the ping pong paddle. We got darts for this air gun that we shoot at the dartboard. There's my water meter. We got this utility pole here. For some reason I got an electric fence T-post in my room. There's my testing meter down there. There's my famous red, white, and blue bullet, my cattle rope. There's the whip that made me world famous there. All kind of stuff. We've been experimenting with coil BB guns. My video editing chair folded up right here. We always sit in this chair when we're editing videos. I tell you what, SpaceX, if you're looking for someone that does things cheap, simple, and efficiently, I'm that person. And I tell you, if you send me a list of problems you're having that need a creative solution, I might just have the answer. I tell you, if it can be thrown into the air, I'll find a way to shoot it through the air, and if you pay me enough, I'll find a way to send it off of this planet. Apparently, you need a 9-month-long electrician degree from a technical school to be able to build anything. For some reason it doesn't say anything about doing it with 2 fingers. Hello, here's this little model that I made. Stop rolling. How to discharge it, you just stick it right on these metal tabs like this. I can actually slam my weight into it and it doesn't even bend. Let's stick it on there and see what it does. And it's out just like that. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to take this LED and you can see what happens. Stays lit, slightly lit. And look at what time it is. 2 o'clock in the morning the next day. So 20 hours, just like I said. Homemade one. You just pull up like this. You bear down on it and it doesn't go anywhere. And then to come down, you just grab the knot. Just like that LED is still lit. And it is 9 o'clock Wednesday morning. So that stayed lit for 26 hours. Let's see what it sounds like. I'm telling you, take your headphones off now if you have them on. If you have headphones on, take them off right now. The Nickel Plate Road Heritage unit just parked right there. And the guy ran to the gas station. There he is walking back to the train.